Welcome back, everyone. Today I'll be doing practice multiple choice questions. It's coming from the topics indices, straight lines, meaning equation of the line, and factors. That's HCF and LCM. Let's get started. Here we have the question. It says we have 2.748. We need to have it to two significant figures. This is my first significant figure, and then 7 will be my second significant figure. So behind the 7 is a 4, so it means I will not round up. So it means my answer is just 2.7, which is D. If it was a 5 or a 6 or an 8 behind the 7, then I would add 1 to the 7, so it becomes 2.8. But that's not the case. Now I have a quarter raised to the negative a half. A quarter raised to the negative a half. Now, what you can use, let's look at the rule. A to the minus n is equal to 1 over a to the n. So applying that rule is the same thing as 1 over a quarter raised to the positive a half. A half is the same as square root. So I can rewrite this as 1 over the square root of a quarter. And we have the 1 in the numerator. The square root of 1 is 1, and the square root of 4 is 2. When we have a fraction in the denominator, we reciprocate it, so it becomes 2 over 1. Or if you want me to go further, this is the same as 1 divided by a half. We change division to multiplication, so we flip the number that is behind the division sign. When we change it to multiplication, we flip this number, meaning we reciprocate it, so it becomes 2 over 1. So 2 over 1 is 2. So 1 times 2 is equal to 2. But I have another method that's way easier than this. The next method is that when you have a negative power, you can reciprocate this. So it becomes 4 over 1, and then you change the sign of the power to a positive a half. So the shorter method, when you have a negative power, we flip the fraction, which is reciprocated. So it becomes 4 over 1, then I change this to a half, positive a half. 4 over 1 is the same thing as 4. So I have 4 raised to the half, and half is the same thing as square root. So this is finding the square root of 4, which is 2. So therefore, my answer is B. The next question, if x is equal to 3 squared times 2 cubed, then, so if x is equal to 3 squared times 2 cubed, then x to the 4th is equal to what? It means I am going to raise both sides to the 4th, and I will get the answer. So this is x to the 4th, and from laws of indices, we can multiply the powers. So it means 4 times 2, that's 8. So this is 3 to the 8 times 2 to the 4 times 3 is 12. So that means my answer is D. Now the highest common factor. So what we need to do is list all the factors of 54. So the factors of 54, I'm going to list it as follow. And factors are numbers that can go into it without leaving a remainder. So 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 18, 27, and 54. The factors of 60 that can go into the number without leaving a remainder. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 12, 15. Let me put a comma here. 15, 20, 30, and 60. So these are all the numbers that can go into 60 without leaving a remainder. Now it says highest but common factor. So the highest common factor, It's not 2, it's not 3. Let's continue. Am I seeing a 6? But is there a number higher than 6 that is in common? In this case, I am not seeing anything else that is common, so the answer is 6. So that's the highest common factor. This is asking for the lowest common multiple. A good way to do this, I like the ladder. I have 18 and 15. And I say, what can go into 18 and 15 without leaving a remainder? I'm going to use 3. So 3 into 18 goes 6 times. 3 into 15 goes 5 times. Then I can say 6 into 6 goes 1 times. I can't go into 5, so I carry. 5 into 5, because 5 can go into 5 1 time, so I bring this 1. 5 into 5 goes 1 times. And whenever I have both items being 1, it means I am finished. So I multiply 3 times 6 times 5, and that will give me the lowest common multiple. So 3 6 is 18, and 18 times 5 is 90. So the answer is A. What is the gradient of a line which passes through the point -4, 3, -2, and 5? Now, the gradient m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. What I'm going to do is label my coordinates. I'm going to label this as x1, y1, and this as x2, y2, and substituting. So I will have y2 is 5, and then y1 is 3, x2 is -2, and x1 is -4. Now 5 minus 3, that's 2. 2 negative, so that turns to a positive. So -2 plus 4, that's +2. And 2 into itself goes 1 time, so my answer is D. So here we're given a graph, and it says which of the following relation is represented by the graph shown above. Now what we can do is look at this to see which one of the graph it works for. At this point, x is 0 and y is -2. And then at this point, x is 4 and y is 0. So let's check x equals 0 and y equal -2. Which one will be giving me y to be -2? So now I put x equals 0 here. This will be gone, but when I carry it over, I'm going to get a +4. So that means I cannot use this. When I put x equals 0 here, now this will be gone, and I will carry this over, so it becomes -4, and then when I divide it by 2, I get -2. Same scenario here, put 0 here, just to make sure all of them, I have to try all of them. Can't just say, okay, it works for this, because there might be a trick for another part, but let's see. So now I put x equals 0 here. This is gone, but I carried it over, it becomes +4. I don't want +4 because when I divide both sides by 2, I am going to get the y-intercept to be +2. This is a -2. So this one cannot work. When x is 0, this is gone, but when I carry this over, I get -4. So this will not work. So it means my answer is B. The equation of the line which passes through the point 0, 2, so this is the y-intercept, and has a gradient of 1/3 is, first of all, we know the equation of a line is y equal mx plus c, and my gradient is 1/3, so I have 1/3x, and my y-intercept is 2. So having this information, I can say my answer is D. That's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. And if you have more questions, leave a comment below. Have a great day.